All right, good afternoon, everyone. Um, Welcome to a live workshop. Not really a workshop, a live demo. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, just want to make sure everything is working. Welcome. So today I'm going to show you how to get started with free credits. So I read somewhere saying that Elon Musk X platform, okay, X.ai is giving out credits, is giving out free credits to people who sign up for their API access. So what happened is that when you go to console.x.ai, you just have to sign up for an account, and then you can see here, you straight away get free credits of $30. Okay, $30 here. So what can you do with these free credits? So you can use it to build applications. So a lot of you guys took the AI engineering workshop, or you attended my free workshops or webinars earlier on, that we talk about the difference between using API versus using ChatGPT or Claude or what else, Perplexity, for example. Those are what I call them UI. They're user interface. So with this user interface, it allows you to gain access or to use the large language models, which is like GPT, Gemini. Those are the models. But the problem is you have to pay a fixed fee, and you are using someone else's applications to interact with the AI, to use the AI functionalities, so to speak. Now, if you want to build AI applications on your own, right? You want to build AI applications for your own company, you want to build your own mini web applications, or you want to build your little chatbot, you need to have extra functionalities, and also you need to have a more flexible billing. That means you don't want to pay a fixed $20 fee per month. You want to pay per use. So these are some of the benefits of using AI and using API models. Okay, now what can you do with these free credits? First thing first, after you have gotten the free credits, I sign up using my Twitter account, which is your x.com account, or you can sign up using an email account, that's fine. And then let's go through some of the key here. The first thing that you need to do is to create API keys. So I have created API keys for today, which is the 8 November demo. I have used this model for quite a while. It's actually tied to what they call the Grok model. Yeah, so in Twitter, right? Let's say if you go to x.com, you have a paid account, and you have access to Grok, which is like a chatbot, Twitter own version of ChatGPT. Okay, so after you have created this API key, then I'll go through all these things first, and then later on I'll show you what you can do with the API key. Here is the usage explorer, show you what you have used. It's very cheap, yeah, compared to using others like paid services where you have to pay a fixed fee. And then this one is the model. Right now it only supports the Grok beta model, so there's only taking text as an input and text as an output. So the text model costs $5 per million input text token, right? This is your input, and then this is your price per million output text token. So to generate close to 1 million words, I wouldn't call tokens of words, but the idea is close. It's around 70%, 75%, 80% conversion. So let's say you get 800,000 words output, is going to cost you $15, which is about 60 ringgit, plus minus lah. Plus lah, cannot be minus. plus. Right now the rate is about 4.23, 4.4. Okay. And the rest you don't have to worry about it. That's like request per minute, request per hours. These are just the rate limits. Settings. Right now it doesn't allow us to use any embedding models yet, and this is where your API is hosted. And here you can manage the users. So far I'm the only active members here. Okay. Here you can set up your billing. You used to need to pay use a credit card. I started off with some prepaid credits, and then now we got free credits. I read on Twitter, some people they say they pay, they got 25, some they say they got 20. So it depends, but definitely somewhere between 20 to 30 US dollars, which is more than enough for the next 2 months. Okay, that's the news that I've read, and I don't know whether there are limits or not or whatever. So my advice is quickly go and sign up and get your account now. I try to spread this news on Facebook and social media, but the moment they see the words free credits and so on, they are very sensitive. So so you can share this news with your friends also. Yeah. Okay, and then the last one is just your settings. Okay, it's nothing special. All right. So once you have created your API key, you should go to Google Colab. Okay. You should be watching this on YouTube, right? So if you want to get a copy of my notebook, just leave your emails in the chat section or send me an email, drlau@thelead.io, or tag me on Twitter, social media, anything. I'll give you the link, because this is not a Zoom meeting or my typical webinar. So I don't know how many of you are watching, but just contact me and then I will share this notebook with you. Okay, so let me show you how the API key looks like. Okay, this one is X.AI free API tutorial. So learning how to code your own API is very, very important, because you can expose this as a different service, etc. So first thing first is the configuration. So we want to set the API key. Okay, so I will say XAI API key equals to this one. So when you receive your own one, it looks about the same. It should be the same. Start with XAI and then with a long stretch of strings. And if you're not familiar with the concept of API key, it's just a way to authenticate yourself to the service so that it knows that, all right, this guy is accessing our service and he's a legit person, legit key holder. So set it, and then you can play. You can press the play button or just press Shift Enter to execute the code. This is written in Python. This is called Python Notebook. So we can use some traditional method, which is just by using the request. So I can. Sorry, this one is not scripted. I just do it to show you. There's a way that you can do it just without writing any programs. Okay, so it has given us this code. This is the bash script or shell code, which allow us to run this in the terminal. So you need to have access to the terminal. This is like a DOS prompt. If you are using Windows, there's your command prompt, your PowerShell, which is very similar. So you go to this part, right? Go to x.ai console. You can copy the code, and then run here. Alright, so this is basically saying that, hey, you are a test assistant, and then this one is the content. So I'll explain the role in a short while, but here is where you get your results. Say, hey, hi, hello world, and then there's no errors or nothing. That means your API key, which is this one, your XAI API key, is working fine. Okay, but this is using a very raw method. Usually we use it just to test whether our code is working or not. So if you want to take this to the programming environment, you can use AI to help you to write some code, or I often use Claude. So I can say, help me to turn the following script into a Python program that can run on Google Colab. Okay, something like that, which is the curl command that we have keyed in just now. Now you don't have to understand the everything. All right, I will tell you what are the parameters for later on. But this part, basically, I'm just writing a program to call the API using traditional methods, and then we run it in the Google Colab using Python. Okay, so here it gets the result, and then it prints a hello world. So I'll quickly go through the configuration with you. This is the part that you don't have to touch. You basically just need to put in your API key, and then here's your messages. You usually, at least you need to input one message as a user. So if you input one message as a user, that means that is equivalent to this part. Okay, that's equivalent to this part. This is like you are entering your content, and this is the part where you show yourself as a user, right? And then once you want to configure anything, at least you need to use a system setting. Okay, you need to use the system role. So let's say, right, if I want to turn this into a HR manager, okay, so the role is system. You are a HR manager, and then when you are a user, right, you say, can you give me some interview tips when applying for jobs in a tech startup, in an AI tech startup? All right, same thing, you press Shift Enter and run. Okay, it's executing. Hey, now he said, yeah, certainly here's some tailored interview tips for applying to jobs as a AI tech startup. Understand the company visions and product, and then technical proficiency, blah blah blah. All right, so this is the results. And if you want to make some changes, here are the things that you need to watch out. Okay, you don't set the model to others, because as I showed you just now, the only model that's available is Grok Beta. So you don't have any other models to choose. And temperature is how crazy is the response. That means if you put a number that's higher, 0 to 1, all right? If you put 0.2, 0.1, that means it's very conservative, that's very stable, only reply the result that is correct. There's nothing wow here, nothing too crazy. But if you put the number to be very high, like 0.7, then you are expected to get some more crazy ideas. If you don't like these things to keep popping up, right, it's kind of annoying. You don't have to do these 2 lines. Yeah, you can just straight away call the API. Okay. Yeah, so here it will give you some other results. This one is more tips, more factual. So if you want something that is funny, that you are a comedian, and then you can say, can you give me tell me a joke about IT guy. Okay, why did the IT guy bring a ladder to work? He said because he wanted to elevate his debugging skills. Okay, something like that. So this is X.AI, which is the same like OpenAI, ChatGPT. When I say same, it's a model, right? It's a model with an API. Performance-wise, you have to test it. Speaking from experience, whether you are using Llama, you're using Pi, you are using Gemini, you're using ChatGPT, you're using X, the base models works. The performance is about the same because some of them they did very well in certain benchmarking tests. Some of them they did not, right? Yeah, so those are the differences. But for normal daily use cases, ask it to summarize some article, help you to automatic reply an email. Those are easy jobs. Yeah, you can use these to achieve that. And if you watch my other videos that teach you how to use these sort of things in Excel, you want to build a personality test, for example, it's pretty simple. Yeah, really, really easy. Okay, just have to watch my other videos. Okay, so this is the raw method. This one is what I call the raw method. That means you don't have to install any other libraries. Just use the Python request and then the JSON package will do. Of course, the output is a bit raw also. That means you have to understand what is the structure of this JSON object, know how to pull the message out, and how to put it in the right place. But that's just one part of it. It should be pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Now, there's another way that we can use is to hack into OpenAI or ChatGPT, OpenAI API. So what we can do is to use the OpenAI method, OpenAI API key, OpenAI API library. Because right now the Grok version, it doesn't have its own library. It has only the raw version, or you can piggyback or hack into OpenAI library to use it. Not really hack in a way, it's just they are compatible. Alright, so you can just use this code. Now if you want to have this code, just look up, just leave your email address in the chat, or just hit me up on any of the social media, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. I'll share the link to the code with to this notebook with you. Right, so it's about the same. You just have to do some configuration. That means you set up your API keys, you set up parameters, and the same thing, right? You have two rows to set up. You don't always have to set up system if you don't want to. You just use the standard one. Okay, so you say you are a mean boss. This is my favorite example. And you treated your employees. Okay, and then the user content is hi boss, I would like to take a day off to look after my sick grandfather. Okay, something like that. And let's see what's the result. Okay, then the result say, oh, come on, your grandfather has been sick for how long? Everyone has sick relatives. Can't someone else in your family handle this? We got deadlines to meet. Yeah, if I let everyone, typical things that a mean boss would say. All right, so system is more like the characters, or what kind of role you want the AI to play, and then the user role is basically just yourself lah. Yeah, what sort of questions that you want to ask, and of course, like I said, you can use it to do personality tests. You can use it to do what else? Like you are the zodiac master. Okay. Please tell me how to get closer with a Leo girl. Something like that. Okay, then you'll give you a lot. There's quite a lot of tips. Okay, I'm not going to read this out to you. You can check it out yourself. Okay. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat section. Okay. Jose, just need to register to get 2 months free of credits. Yeah, I read it somewhere. Free credits. I tested it myself, so I just registered. Yeah, see, quite a lot of people say Grok API public beta. You just have to sign up and then you get 25 free credits. I don't know how did I end up with $30 credits, because that's on top of the $5 that I already paid. Yeah, but you just have to I say 2 months because it say you get $25 per month until the end of the year, and this is the official API. Yeah, but I saw some people, they get 25 and they get 20 also, so I don't know. Okay, I think I know why. Yeah, anyone who has purchased prepaid credits will also get the equivalent amount. So I bought $5 before, so I get $5 and another $5 on top of that. All right, so now I understand. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. Just to give you a quick recap, first thing first, go to console.x.ai to sign up for a free account. And as soon as you sign up, you see, after I've done so many things, it only cost me 2 cents. Yeah, it's really my 2 cents. Okay, sign up for a free account. Then after that, create an API key and put in the details. Once you have done it, it will give you a key, and then you can go to any programming platform that you like. So here's the thing, right? The reason why I run this is to show you how to combine all these free AI or free API tools together with your AI engineering skills or programming skills. So you need to know how to call their API, because and it does not come with any Python libraries or whatnot. So you need to know how to set the API key here, and then you need to know how to hack into the ChatGPT libraries or OpenAI libraries, and by using the same setting, just change the base URL, and the rest works the same. Okay, the rest works the same. And yeah, you can ask any sort of questions that you want, and yeah, basically use this notebook as an example. Yeah, so if you want to have a copy of this notebook, just drop your email, or you can chat with me on any social media platform. Or okay, and that's all for today. All right, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun building your first AI application over the weekend. Bye for now.